Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. In tonight's show, first tonight, the Lioness held their Walk for Sight on Monday night. Later on Monday night, after the Walk for Sight, the Girl Guides held their Run for Light.
I'd like to welcome you all to another Run for Light sponsored by the Girl Guide movement. We especially welcome the blind or the partially blind. Last year's run was a great success, and looking around right now, I think this one is even going to be a greater success. Run for Light is sponsored by the Canadian Blind Sports Association. One purpose of the run is to show that both blind and sighted can work together to bring light into our lives and into the lives of others. We have a few rules and regulations that we made up, I guess you could say. Teresa will explain those to you in a few minutes. But first, I'd like to thank some of the people who helped us in our Run for Light. First, the Virgin Lions, for the use of their centre and the mic, and for supplying the lemonade. Fort Wright, White and staff for patrolling the area. Robert Sims for putting up the start and finish banners. Fred Pink and Rich Prosser for supplying transportation. Midtown Groceries for the bucket and ice for the lemonade. Marie Rose for photography. And BBS for doing a video.
Okay, I got a couple of rules and regulations that I really would like for everyone to follow. Before I get into those, I want to remind everybody that there's a box located back by the bar, and if everyone would be so kind as to write your name on a piece of paper and put it in that box, we would have some idea when the run is over as to how many people actually participated in the run. And besides that, with the names in the box, we're going to draw for one of these Fit Week t-shirts before we even leave the center. So if you haven't put your name in, please make an effort to do it, either now before you go or when you come back, okay? Our Run for Light route is a 5-kilometer walk. It is the highway route, a 2.5 walk in, a 2.5 walk out. When you get into Aaron's Arm, you will see the Dr. Scholl's banner, just the same as last year. When you get to that point, you return and come back. Obviously, you just keep going in the highway. We do not permit bikes, absolutely no bicycles, because last year we found that it was much, much too dangerous. We had children darting in and out of traffic, and we don't want to be responsible for any kids on bikes. So if you have your bicycle outside, please leave it right where it is. We do have the police. The RCMP will be patrolling our route, okay, and they're going to be warning traffic, I guess on the other side, that we will be walking. There's quite a large group of us. For all you adults who are walking, we would appreciate if you could help the kids stay in line, okay? Try to keep them as close to the lift as you possibly can, because with all those people, we are going to get the odd kid darting in and out of traffic, okay? And the more we stay to the lift, the safer our walk will be. There's going to be 2 vehicles doing a patrol. Fred Pink will be in one, Rich Prosser will be in another. If at some point there is a child who cannot walk any further, please, by all means, put the child in the vehicle and have the child brought back. The child do not have to do the 5-kilometer walk. If the children get into the garage and they can't walk any further, turn around and come on back with them. You do not have to do the walk. Just walk as far as you can comfortably, okay? And I know it is going to be quite a long walk for some of those kids. When the walk is finished, be lemonade served right here at the center, compliments of the Lions Club. Okay, so please come on back to the center when you're all done and have a glass of nice cold lemonade. And now I'm going to call on Jerome McDowell, the mayor. He's going to officially open the run, and we're going to crack our light sticks and be on our way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me in the back? First of all, I'm pleased to be here this evening. I'm also pleased to see such a large turnout. It shows interest in this community in such an event like this evening, where we have in Burjo and across Canada a walk for light, and it is a time where the people with sight share with the people that cannot see. And I see here tonight we have our Lions who has brought along Mr. Barter. They're going to take Mr. Barter along the walk tonight, so they're sharing their sight with Mr. Barter tonight, and I'm very pleased to see that. I also would like to say across Canada there's millions of people who cannot see, but we hope and pray to God with determination like people in Burjo have and across the country, and someday they will see. It takes determination and a great amount of effort to overcome those situations, and I'm sure it can be done with the help of people like you. I would like to thank Mrs. Linda Pink this evening. She organized this event by herself, I believe. I certainly would like to thank her for doing that. It shows that somebody in this community can pick up the leadership and organize an event when it's needed. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Burjo Town Council, I hereby declare the Walk for Sight officially open in the town of Burjo. So if you would take your light sticks now, just apply them, crack them, and shake them, and I guess we'll be on the road.
The winner of the t-shirt is Queenie Parsons. The t-shirt is Ellen Grant.
Can hypnotize. When glory has faded, the dream is worth more than the prize. Twist and turn that flame of freedom burning bright. Knows all of the names, all of the games of the yellow, black and white. We gotta have faith to work it out, faith and hope. Without a doubt, give us strength to make us start and put a song in our heart. We're never gonna break down walls and build up prisons with the song. You and I know this is what we're gonna build heaven on earth. We're running in the wheels of fortune, turning water into wine. We're gonna take love and make it shine. We're gonna find peace in our time. We're gonna find peace in our time. When there is lightning in the sky, when rivers are rising and trouble rolls in on the tide, we'll keep on keeping on till all the tears are dry. We'll weather the storm and welcome the dawn of tomorrow, you and I. gotta have faith and get it fast, faith and hope, and let it last. Give us strength to reach the stars. Put a song in our heart that we're never gonna break down walls and build up prison with the stone. You and I know if this is work, we're gonna build heaven on earth. We're running in the wheels of fortune, turning water into wine. We're gonna take love and make it shine. We're gonna find peace in our time. And the sign of the dove, it's gonna shine, 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 shine. On the wing, in the prayer, we'll be fine, fine, fine. People, do you believe in what you see? Surrounded by fire and magic, are you really free? It's heating up along the avenue. Raising the dust, it's heaven now, but we will see this dream come true. We're gonna have faith. The road will be long, now there's hope to carry us on. We'll have strength, we'll never go wrong with this song in our hearts. And build up prison with the stone. You and I know if this is work, we're gonna build heaven on earth. We're running in the wheels of fortune, turning water into wine. We're gonna take love and make it shine. We're gonna find peace in our time. And we're never gonna break down.
Today was open house at the Coast Guard station. We took our camera down to take a look around.
This here is another, I don't know how to sound it, 'cause it sounds will be okay from that distance, Rob?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah. This here is an extrication, what we call an extrication unit. It's primarily for anyone that's been in the water and suffering hypothermia. What we would do is we take them out of the water and immediately take their clothes all off and put them in air and seal it up after we've stuffed them all around with blankets and towels and whatever under the arms and in the groin area, which is the major loss of where they've lost their heat and where it's going to be warming them up. And it's a very, very effective piece of equipment that we have, which we're really glad to have and hope we never have to use. This here is one of our working vests. It's pretty much what that you call a life jacket, I suppose. It's just a crew vest for when that you're working in case you fall overboard. This here is the regular, and of all of the ones that we have, this is probably the best, the most effective buoyancy that we have. It's called a keel life jacket. We have another one here, which is what we call the May West, which we use with our dry suit. This here would be our dry suit, which is very similar to what the divers use in the commercial field. And this is, of course, what we just call our floater suit, which that we use just as a regular work suit. This one here is what the immersion suit, and all of the fishing trawlers and everybody. This is what all the talk has been about when they heard tell them having to put them on for the draggers and that. And of course, with a little light there in case you go overboard at night time. And this here will be activated by salt water, and then the light will light. And over on this one, we have a light too. This is a strobe light, which is also activated both ways by salt water and manually. And this here would be, we have 4 of those pumps. If you've ever heard of aircraft going out and dropping pumps to boats that have been in trouble sinking, this is the type of pump that they would drop to them, and they would drop it in this container. And in the container is the hose and the pump, and there's gasoline and oil. And of course it can, very effectively up to pump out a boat that might be otherwise sink if they didn't have it. Over here we have some different types of flares, from a hand flare, which that you would just hold in your hand. Here we have some rocket flares, which you would hold in your hand and it would shoot up. And those rocket flares would, this is a red parachute flare, and to activate this on the water, you could probably see this from anywhere maybe 25 to 30 miles away. So it's very effective. And of course, there's also some little ones, like the little Sky Blazer, and all you would do would be to unscrew it and hold it and pull on a little chain there, and that would go up. This here is in case of a boat that would be ashore on the rocks, and you'd not be able to get in close enough to get a line to it. This unit here can fire. It's rocket activated, and by activating this, you can throw a line approximately 900 feet, so it would be a long ways away. And here we have, this is a smoke, which would, when you activate this on the water, it would produce a bright orange smoke, so that you would be able to locate an airplane or some other vehicle, be able to locate an object that you had found on the water. And this here is another one of our types of line throwing apparatus, which that we're going to demonstrate for you now. This here is with a bulb on the front with a soft rubber, and it's also got a light inside, which at night time you can see if it's going to the right or the left of your boat that you're throwing it to. And we can probably demonstrate this for you now. This is the daylight buoyant orange smoke signal, and we're going to demonstrate to you what this will do at this time. And as you can see, that'll from anything flying over it, or even in another boat, could see this from a long ways away. And it would mark something that you wanted to mark on the water. And this is the distress hand flare. This is a red one, which I'll demonstrate to you now.
Holding with it right down on the bottom. You're always far on the bottom if you can, right?
Pretty bright on the eyes. If you were in a boat, there was an aircraft flying over it, you'd see that a long ways away.
Yeah, it's pretty well something out right now.
This is the speed line, which will go up to 900 feet, in case you had to throw it a long, long way. Of course, there's a safety pin into it, which we'll take out.
We'll tie that one onto the, we'll tie that one onto the end of the wharf, Joe. But this one's got it's dangerous, which they don't have on it, but
Be careful here, huh?
oh yeah. So stupid. Just hope so. Just hang on up, Joe.
Is that good enough? Right over on the island. This is our oxygen unit that we take aboard the boat with us in case of casualty is in need of oxygen. We have all of the attachments that go with it, the different masks and different sizes for children and for adults, and the same thing with the ventilators, which would be for the adult and for the children, which we can also hook the oxygen up to if we needed to, or use them without the oxygen. And we also have a suction unit here, which is runs on a battery for cleaning out the mouth and throat, so that the person won't choke, you know, from the mucus and that. And we have, like I say, all of the different compartments, different airways that we could insert to maintain an open airway in an unconscious person. This here's got some burn bandages and dressings of all kinds, small and big. You know, and in there we have other things like the ventilator, the big ventilator with the mask. We have cleansing solution. We have heat packs, you know, so we can activate and put on people. We have cold packs, bandages. We've got a portable suction pump in there, and we've got airways that we can, you know, insert into unconscious victims that will maintain an open airway so that they'll be able to breathe. Air too. We've got a it's called a heat treat unit. Anybody that's suffering from hypothermia, which is a cold water immersion that we take out of the water, we want to get them warmed up inside fast. We put water in there and plug it in, turn it on, and we would use this mask, and we can control the temperature. We have a temperature dial here, which will and what the temperature of the air is that they're ingesting. The idea is to get the moist, warm air inside, and then to warm them from inside out. Okay, and that's the mask that you put on. And they breathe through it, and this here is our control dial right there. Over here, this is our acts as a stretcher, and if that you have somebody that has to be in a sitting down position, then you can utilize this piece of equipment with them just sat down. It's on wheels, and it can also be you know, straightened out to be used as a stretcher. Over here on this side of us, this is a traction kit to immobilize the leg in case of a breakage or a fracture, and it can be used for a large person or a small person just by tearing off one section here, and then to immobilize the leg so it don't go moving around while you're trying to get them to an hospital. And of course, we're also prepared for if we have to help somebody out in giving birth. This this little package here is everything that will be needed in order to help out and give delivery. Over here we have what they call the cervical collar, which is if that we got on the scene of an accident and there are possible head injuries, then this would be placed on the neck and made in place so that the head wouldn't be able to move in case of a neck or a spine injury. And we have those in different sizes. That's what this kit is here. We have them right from the pediatric up to the regular and the extra large. And again, we have another immobilization sleeve here, which is it's got a zipper, and you can by unzipping it, you can lay the leg or you can lay an arm into it and zipper it up, and then you can blow it up, and that will immobilize the arm or the leg in case of a fracture or breakage, and it'll well cushion the arm so it don't flop around in that. This here is a couple of stretchers that we use. This one here would be one that we would use in the water. It's very good, excellent for the water because it'll float, and it's narrow. It can get into small places, and we have everything now, of course, going with the Velcro. This here would be what we would place on the head and with the chin strap and make it fast here. That would immobilize the head and neck again, which is very important in, you know, in this one here is what we call our scoop stretcher, and this one is, we find, is exceptionally good because it'll come apart on the bottom and the top so that you can take it's in two, and any casualty that's lying on the floor, you don't have to lift them up and put them on a stretcher. You just take this and scoop it underneath them, one from either side, and it's also you can stretch it out by you know, the couple of clips there. And this here is our harness, and again, it's all with the Velcro. This would be the shoulder straps there, and all the way down, and it's adjustable. And down here is the part what that we would use to place the casualty's head into and make it fast. And you can adjust those two here, position on either side of the head. And we have two holes in, so you can check the air holes for any drainage or leakage, or to keep checking the person. And then you can put this over the chin, and this one here over the forehead. And as you can see, it can, you know, the person can be completely immobilized. And that's about it for in air in my department.
Okay.
Any questions?
Have you had any serious casualties where you've had to use a lot of?
No, we haven't had anything serious, but we've had some that was probably heavy, but I think maybe the more important thing is that we do have the equipment, and we are prepared, and we do have it, and I think that's a very, very important thing.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
No problem.
Friday was the opening day for Sanbanks Provincial Park. The park has changed a little since it closed last fall. Wednesday night was the final floor hockey game for the senior I boys at the high school. Well, that's it for this week. Just a reminder, the annual subscribers meeting will be held on Tuesday night after bingo. Tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for the tape of various gospel selections by the Anglican Morning Choir. Stay tuned now for the season finale of The Bandwagon. On behalf of Virgil Broadcasting System and the BBS volunteers, I'm Dave Cooper wishing you a great week.